end of TikTok is here, bro. How do I tell y'all the end of TikTok is here? Unless like somebody wants to like drop a few billion on it, then TikTok is sadly gone. But
TikTok might officially be getting banned. There has been talks about this for a very long time, and now we are finally seeing the issue come to a head, and the matter is about to head into Supreme Court tomorrow. So
out of your goddamn mind.
Protecting Americans from foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Man, how do I tell y'all, bro? They's not taking TikTok away because I'm buying that shit. I'm buying that shit. Yeah, don't play with me, bro. I'll really buy that. I'll save the entire U.S.
Who quickly signed this bill.
I just signed into law the national security package that was passed by the House of Representatives this weekend and by the Senate yesterday. It's going to make America safer. It's going to make the world safer. And it continues America's leadership in the world, and everyone knows it.
This was something...
Okay, there's no way, bro. That got to be out of context. It's got to be out to... There's no way he was saying that him signing a bill to get rid of TikTok is going to keep America and the world more safe. That's our president right now, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our president. Everybody welcome Joe Biden.
That both Democrats and Republicans...
You should be the next president? Oh, God, I should be the next president.
That the App Store overall needed more regulation and less foreign involvement, especially from our enemies.
When it comes to media apps like TikTok, we are failing our children and we are failing our country.
Okay, hold on.
Why in the hell would we allow a foreign adversary like the Chinese Communist Party to control a technology platform and key source of information that reaches half of the United States population?
Like I said...
Okay, hold on. I see where they coming from, but fuck all that, bro. I love TikTok. And two, she did have a point in the beginning, but then she veered off into communism, Chinese, whatever. Bro, TikTok has introduced a new level of brain rot that has not been seen before. That our whole generation, this next generation coming up, we're all cooked, bro. We're not going to have no real doctors. We're not going to have no real officials in the governments. We're not going to have anything, bro. Everything's going to be fucking cooked. We're going to be ran by AI because everybody's going to be too fucking dumb to operate. Like, how do I tell y'all? Keep it friendly. Now, I always cut every first 2 minutes. I cut all my cuss words out. Don't even trip. But like, this is just so crazy.
TikTok specifically has been on the chopping block for years.
It's bad, bro. It's getting bad. But I love TikTok. I got brain rot.
It as not only a tool to collect data and information on Americans, but also to launch what I see as the new digital war, the war on misinformation. Because of this, TikTok has been viewed as a threat to America's national security for quite some time. They even introduced a No TikTok on Government Device Act years ago to combat this potential information theft.
TikTok had to admit that, in fact, they'd been surveilling the locations of specific U.S. reporters that have been writing unfavorable stories about the company.
So basically, the government claims that TikTok got caught with their hands in our cookie jar. I mean, when you sign up on their platform, you do give them access to what you're watching on your phone, how long you're watching it, your private messages, your geolocation, your age, your search and browsing history, and even your keystroke data. And even that kind of just scratches the surface of what...
My stroke data? How they know that? Hello?
It can be looking at.
Oh no, ban TikTok.
It's kind of like you're leaving your front door open at night, hoping no one peeks in to see what's going on. And with over 170 million Americans currently using their platform on the daily, that is a lot of information they can be gathering. And in them passing that bill I mentioned earlier, they gain the ability to force TikTok to cut ties with their Chinese-based parent company ByteDance. It's either that, or they can lose all access to their American consumers. And this is
they know what
as early as January 19th. I mean, they must really feel like China is up to something, as this was classified as an emergency, and the Supreme Court agreed to settle the dispute only 2 days after it was placed on their desk. Now, obviously, some people argue that this is a violation of freedom of speech. While the government says they're concerned with China advancing their own geopolitical interest and spreading misinformation, especially during a time of crisis. And the real worry for the freedom of speech crowd is that this would essentially open the door for the government to target other free speech platforms for the content they carry. I mean, I do have...
You think there's going to be a big data leak before they get bought, bro?
To say, I've seen far more propaganda and complete and utter nonsense posted onto Twitter in the last 18 months than I've ever seen on TikTok. And on the other side of things, TikTok has already said back last April that they are going to be refusing to sell the company and that it would actually be impossible for them to do so. With their reasoning being that they do not want to sell their secret sauce that makes their algorithm so addicting. And then to make matters even more interesting...
I ain't gonna lie. That's probably a fraudulent reason, but their TikTok algorithm is addicting, bro. I doom swipe on there all night.
Trump is actually directly opposed to the banning of TikTok.
And you'll never ban TikTok, that's for sure.
I will never ban TikTok.
Thank you.
Which is the opposite of the stance that he had back in his first term when he actually tried to get it banned.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options.
TikTok needs to go. China getting intel. What are they gaining though? Like other than like the goon archives and like my personal messages and like, you know, my pics and shit and like, you know, all like like other than that, what are they gaining? Where I live at? Okay. My name? Like what? How long I'm scrolling on? Like, I don't know.
Blocked the bill once he took office. So they straight
Social security number. All right.
Pause. Trump actually met with TikTok CEO recently, and he praised the platform as a whole for helping him win the last election.
Oh.
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok?
It's educational. Think about it.
We'll take a look at TikTok.
Think about it.
You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok had something to do with that.
So now he wants there to be some sort of negotiation once he does take office. I would guess that he wants to use the platform as leverage over China's head, as he has requested that the Supreme Court pause this law's implementation until he actually gets into office. So we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow, guys. I mean, this is crazy. This news just broke 30 minutes ago. So I will continue to keep you updated. But y'all make sure you subscribe. I do want to know down below, how much are y'all using TikTok? I think I'm more of a Reels or YouTube Shorts guy myself.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm straight TikTok, but Jamari, the WW video, you know what I'm saying? But like that ass, like for real, President Trump. If it really comes down to it, gang, and it seems like TikTok's on the brink of extinction, and that it will never return, and that it's going to get banned, I'll buy it, nigga. I'll buy it, nigga. It's that simple. I'll buy it. It's that simple. China's TikTok is educational compared to our TikTok, which is weakening our youth. Just my 2 cents. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you do got a point. That's why I was bringing up brain rot earlier, bro. Brain rot is getting to a new level where like brains are literally rotting, bro. Yeah, it might just be GG's.